Now, you may have read about the protests against censorship that are going on in China at the moment. One part of that protest that I find absolutely wondrous is that people are showing up with blank signs, you see in the picture there. That's the kind of thing that the wandering human imagination can create. If you're going to censor everything I do, by golly, I'm going to show up with a blank protest sign. It's creative, it's subversive, and it's memorable, because the human mind is a wondrous thing. How about the marshmallow challenge? Have you ever tried that? 15 pieces of spaghetti, uncooked, I quickly add, 15 marshmallows, and then you have 18 minutes to build the tallest tower possible. Have you tried that one? Think about it for a moment, and then wonder which group of people can do that best, the fastest. And, not surprising, architects and engineers are the number one group that are able to do that. Who comes in second? Poets, teachers, musicians, physicians, lawyers? Nope. Kindergartners. Sure, right? Architects and engineers, they've studied how structures work. They have already invested some wonder in how that all works. But kindergartners? Because they have no idea how structures work, actually. So they just wonder about it. And they keep messing around. They don't get frustrated and give up or quit. They just keep wondering. We human beings are problem-solving animals, and it's because we wonder and then we discover. But in day-to-day life, we can forget the wonder. You know, we go into the blah, 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 same old cliche, and suddenly I get surly and curmudgeonly about it because I got all this self-talk going on in my head about how dull some things are or how nerve-wracking things are. That's why the book Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Senryu Suzuki is still one of the best books on Zen Buddhism. If you haven't read it or listened to it as a book on tape, do so. I would strongly recommend it. It's really the best introduction to Zen Buddhism. And the most famous quote in there is, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's, there are few." In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's, there are few. That's the wonder that we're talking about. Famous quote, "It's about stereotyping less and wondering more. It's about accessing your inner kindergartner." And then I have another quote for you from the book. "When you do something, you should do it with your whole body and mind." Again, think about kindergartners, right? You should be concentrated on what you do. You should do it completely, like a good bonfire. You should not be a smoky fire. You should burn yourself completely. If you do not burn yourself completely, a trace of yourself will be left in what you do, end quote. And by that he means ego, which is the thing that Zen Buddhists want to get out of our lives. Because that's what we learn, isn't it? We learn to be an expert in something. And then we learn to pretend to be an expert in a lot of other things, right? Because we never want to really feel like we're incompetent or we don't know how to do something.